I think it's important that one has money. I think it's important that you go out there and aspire to make money and become successful, but money is not the gold, right? Entrepreneurship is about making money. And yeah, man, let's go do some cool things, make shitloads of money. But what if you had shitloads of money? What if you had more money than you knew what to do with? Do you wake up every day with the same purpose? I think that is something that is really, I mean, you have to go and do it to understand it. And by the way, I'm not the richest dude in the world, right? Furthest thing from it. I'm like paycheck to paycheck at the moment with Creative Cubes because I'm forward investing into that like crazy. But, and by the way, I'm totally comfortable with that, but just so I'm being real, I'm not sitting on a pile of cash. But what happens? What happens? You chase the gold and you get the gold. Then what? People with purpose don't just go sit on beaches. Don't go resort to resort to resort, right? People with purpose go, cool, I'm now on first base. Hopefully my teammate can, or I get another life. I go back to the pitcher's mound and I try and hit the ball and run to second base. And by the way, home base is not fourth, right? Home base is probably 12, 20, 30. So I think it's important that one has money. I think it's important that you go out there and aspire to make money and become successful, but money is not the gold, right? I went to an EO function this morning. We're a sponsor. In fact, Creative Cubes is the Melbourne EO Clubhouse. And I went to this presentation. It was on EQ, emotional intelligence. What was really clear today at the presentation, or the keynote, was it's about purpose, not about the goal. Like it's about. So one guy stood up and said, you know, I set off in 2011 and I put a list of goals that I wanted to achieve. And he said by 2015 I'd achieved all those things and I was the saddest guy ever. During the hunt, I was so happy. From 2011 to 2015, I was like happy guy, I'm married, you know, doing really cool things. When I reflected back 2015 on a list that I'd created in 2011 and realized that I'd done all of that and then there was nothing else on the list, he was like, what the fuck? And so Apple, who are like the North Star for me in terms of product delivery, innovation, valuation, the way they treat people, the way they consider the environment, they're the North Star for me. You know, Apple headquarters is One Infinite Loop. That's the address in Cupertino, California. In fact, I think that address may have changed since they moved to the new campus, but their old campus was One Infinite Loop. As an entrepreneur, it's an infinite loop, right? It's not about smashing it out of the park and doing 4 bases and coming home, right? That's great. I said to our yoga instructor who's come to do the lunchtime session here today, he's like, hey Toby, you gonna join me for a session? I was like, man, I've already done my session at 5 a.m. But tomorrow's a new day. So he goes, oh, then you've got yours in. He's like, you've got yours in for the day. I was like, yeah, today I have, but tomorrow's a fresh start. And I think about that in business a lot, right? Every day has to, and I think I've talked about it a lot, every day has to be accountable for its own. And so long as you wake up with that accountability every day and purpose every day, you are gonna be far richer than you ever thought you could be. The second you start chasing the dollars, the second you get those dollars into your bank account, it's all over. You don't live for purpose, you may as well be dead.